It's the early way, yeah. 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 What's up? I'm Early Earl. Thank y'all for hitting these YouTube streets and coming on down here to the Early Way. I'm coming at y'all with another NowThatsTV review, and this is for season 3, episode 4, an eye for an eye. And we start the show off where we ended off last episode with Ari and Rose necking and bucking and ready to fight. They still out bad tussling, right? They fighting because Ari and Cachet, they was going at it, and Cachet turned her back on Ari, and Ari ran up from behind. Rose wasn't feeling all that sneaking shit, so she jumped up, and here we are now. Here we are now with them fighting. They squaring up with each other. They both swinging and missing, swinging and missing. It's like they taking turns, you know, swinging. No hits were connected at all. Man, who is a Leo, we're 4 episodes in, and this is the first time he's saying anything. He gets in his confessional and says that he feels like, as a host, Rose should handle things differently, and from where he's from, ain't no rules in fighting. Cachet should have never turned her back on Ari, and I agree. As a host, Rose should have, you know, went about it a different way. She's not a part of the cast as far as competing, so she shouldn't be inserting herself in the fights. It's no reason for her to be jumping in the fights at all. And Cachet, you ain't fighting Princess. You turned your back on Princess, and Princess ain't do nothing. You fighting Ari. Ari gonna hit your ass from behind, the front, the side, the up, the down, the bottom, the right, the up. Ari gonna swing. Ari gonna fight your ass back. Don't turn your back on somebody who's ready to fight. The fuck wrong with you? We end all that, and we get back into the eliminations. Remember, they split everybody up in groups by their element signs: earth, fire, water, air. For the earth sign, they put up Marcel, aka Tribe, and he hasn't said a word the entire time the show been on, and I'm like, get his ass up out of there. If you quiet by now in this episode 4, all y'all who ain't making no noise, get the fuck off the show. Y'all just taking up space at this point. The water signs, they put up Cachet. Fire signs, they put up Princess. Air signs, they put up Pound Cake. Nina sent everybody else inside the house, leaving only the 4 that's up for elimination out back. She lets them know that one of them has the opportunity to stay in the house, and that's by winning that Get Back challenge, which is the Get Back in the House challenge. The challenge was 4-man tug-of-war, where they will each one would be tied to a rope or a harness around their waist, and they would have to pull from their direction to get to the ball that's facing them. Whoever get to their ball first will be the winner, and the only one staying in the house. The other 3 got to go home. So they tried it the 4-way, and they were just pulling, and wasn't nobody moving. They was just stuck in their same spots, pulling. So Mac, he ends up deciding to, let's do it by 2. And Pound Cake and Cachet was the first one up first. So Pound Cake ends up pulling, and she got to the ball. Cachet lost, so she might be going home. So I'm like, Cachet, you did all that talking like you was the big dog in the house, like you could tussle. You know, you in a different weight class to everybody else. You didn't do nothing with this little white girl. Well, you didn't do nothing with this little mixed girl because she pulled your ass and got to her balls. The fuck? Next up was Tribe and Princess, and after a little tug and pull, Marcel got his ball and Princess lost. The last round was between Pound Cake and Marcel, so the winners of each round go up against each other. So it was between Princess and Marcel, which is Tribe. And you know, with no effort at all, who y'all think won? Y'all think Tribe won? No, Tribe lost. Pound Cake drug his ass with no effort and got her ball, making her the winner. Marcel, Princess, and Cachet, they lost the challenge and has to go pack up and immediately head to the crib, head home. It's the end of the road, and I can't let go. Pack your shit and go home. Back in the house, everybody chilling. You know, they just ate breakfast and they just hanging around, sitting, you know, chilling, talking or whatever. Ari and, Bobo, they cutting up, going back and forth. And I was like, I'm going to send you home next time because, you voted me up. And Bobo was like, shit, I only voted you because you voted me. So they a tit for tat type of thing. Danny, she all in the camera talking to us, talking about any female arguing with Pootie, she's going to take that fade because that's what led to Fun Dip going home, referring to Night Kiss. Because you know how Fun Dip and Cachet, they exchange words, Fun Dip end up, hitting Cachet, and, he was sent home. And Danny wasn't having that. She talking about if you argue with Pootie, you just going to have to fight her and let that be that. We ain't for to have no man and woman arguing with each other when y'all know the man can't hit you. And I agree with her on that. You feel me? But Pootie need to shut his ass up and start arguing with these females if that's the case. Coco going off on Night Kiss about how she beat up Night Kiss and how she's a hater. And I'm like, okay. Vern off to the cut and she with the two straight guys in the house, I guess. They ain't been saying nothing either. And I'm like, they can get out the house too. Y'all in this bitch quiet, ain't making no noise, get the fuck on. Vern up in the cut, and she talking about how nobody in the house can really fight, and they all talk, and the hands ain't matching their words. She ended up getting loud with Coco, after a while, and said how Nakiss beat her up when she first came out of that bathroom after Coco said her ass was stank. But once they went in the twister room, Coco won, but Vern said neither of them can fight, and Coco was like, I disagree. Vern then makes a general statement about how nobody in the house can really fight from what she can see. She been looking and seeing them around this bitch fighting and y'all can't really get down. She say y'all bitches can't fight, y'all just want camera time. And she been chilling and they getting on her nerves with all this arguing back and forth. Ari jumps up and says she can fight. And she don't care what you say, Vern, she can fight. Vern was like, you can't because you just got beat up. And I was like, well, you're not whooping me. If I just got beat up, it wasn't about you because you can't do it. And Vern then tells her, what? Put on your shoes and let's go to the twister room. And I'm like, Vern, you looking for a moment. You looking for a moment. You wasn't making no noise in the house. You wasn't getting no screen time. So you decided to cause the drama, cause some noise, because if you fight on NowThatsTV, it's gonna get showed on TV. It's gonna get showed. So you right here quiet like everybody else. You decided to, buck up and make some noise. Sit your ass down. But they end up heading to the twist room and they go at it. They get to fighting. Buck, 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 buck. They get to fight, It was like, Vern, all that talking you was doing and you barely did nothing. Did you at least pinch the bitch? Because how you talking, it look like you supposed to have drugs, made her draw blood. You didn't do none of that. It looked like your hits weren't really doing no damage. But you talking about how everybody in the house can't fight. You along with everybody too. The fuck? They end up falling to the floor and security ends up pulling them apart. And while security pulling them apart, Vern ends up spitting on Ari's top lip. And that spit was just hanging up on her top lip. And I'm like, I would have whooped her ass in every room of that house, starting with the Twister room. We would have went to the Xbox room. We would have went to the Sega Genesis room. We would have went to the GameCube room. We would have went to the Connect the 4 room, the Lego room, the Barbie room. Every room in the house we would have went in and tore that bitch down. That's some nasty shit. Y'all just like spitting. That's crazy. They go at it again, but the second round wasn't really about nothing. Security ends up pulling them apart, and they end up going back to their rooms. So y'all know once they fight in the Twister room, it's supposed to end right there. Once they fight in the Twister room, it's supposed to stop. If they fight again, they get sent home. That's how it's supposed to go down. Ari upstairs in her room, she mad. She mad. She felt like she didn't do what needed to be done. Said that the Twister room was small and she couldn't really maneuver around like she could if she was outside. And she wanted to get her lit back. And yeah, Ari looked like she's a fighter that need all the space because she like to bob and move and kick and back up and run up and back up and move to the side. She that type of fighter. So in that Twister room, she couldn't do all that. Because once they got in there, Vern bum rushed her and in that little tight space, she can't move around like she could outside. So I felt on that she needed her room to really get down. So she busts out the room because security had them locked in their room. But she busts out her room and she went. She said she wanted to go talk to Sway, and Sway is the CEO of NowThatsTV. She wanted to talk to him because she wanted to go get her lit back with Vern without getting sent home. And she also looking for Vern as well. While she wanted to talk to Sway, she looking for Vern at the same damn time. And I'm with her. If a bitch spit on me, ain't no telling what I do. It really ain't. We didn't see Vern for the rest of the episode. After she got sent in her room, she ain't come out that bitch. She went in that room, closed the door, locked it, and ain't returned. Oh my God, look. Security ends up stopping Ari on the stairs, right? And Rose was trying to see who it was making all that noise. She was like, is that Becca? Becca? Is that Becca making all that noise? And it wasn't Becca. When she found out it was Ari, she was like, I spit on that bitch. And Ari said, I'll beat your ass too. And I'm with Ari. You spit on me, I'm gonna snap the tongue out your mouth. Ain't no telling what I do if a bitch spit on me. That's nasty. Why y'all like to spit? That's crazy. Ari heads downstairs looking for Vern. And Rose followed behind her, right? Rose followed behind her. Ari was like, she ain't in the mood. She was like, I'm not in the mood. When she said that, she took off on Rose. They get to fighting. They get to fighting. Rose ends up falling on the ground, and Ari ends up dragging her. I'm like, ooh, damn. Ari ends up dragging her. Nina jumps in her confessional, and she says that Rose is her dog, that's her host. But if you go pitching at a beast, don't be surprised when that beast pinch your ass back, and that's what happened. And I'm like, that's good for Rose because Rose needs to learn to separate herself from the cast. Like, follow Meg. Meg is doing good as a host, and as far as not getting into the mix, like Rose gonna be all up and through the mix, with the mess, causing shit, causing stress. Now Rose mad because her ass hit the floor and she wants to get her lit back. She said she on demon time with any and everybody. They end up going at it again. It was a good little squabble, but security ends up breaking them up. And this time it looked like Rose got the best of Ari when they got down in their second fight. It looked like she got the best. And security ends up breaking up the fight, and Ari ends up going to her room. You feel me? So while she in her room, Rose ends up trying to bust through the room. She got something in her hand now, like a little glass cup or something made of glass. She ends up busting in the room and trying to get the Ari. I guess she was trying to hit her with the glass thing. She said she gonna get Ari and gut her like a fish. Her eye closed shut, y'all. That eye is closed shut like this. I'm like, dang, Ari did that, got that eye closed like this. Rose can't see out that eye, that bitch is closed. I'm like, damn. Now I see why they titled this an eye for an eye. Because that eye is whoop. Whoop. Rose said, I ain't never looked like it. I ain't never looked like this before in her life. And I'm like, ooh. So, the first episode where they showed the little fight that was going to happen, this is the fight that they was talking about. So Ari is the one that closed Rose's eye. And that was the end of the episode. Ari is the MVP of this episode. For the past 3 episodes, it's been left off on a cliffhanger with Ari end up fighting somebody. Ari the MVP of this episode. And that was it for that. That's all I got to say. And I do thank y'all for tuning in to the early way. And until next time.